Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakha, Chodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, and shalom to sincere Ak. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, Shalom. First of all, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Greatmillstone who are well, and peace and salutations to all sincere Akim out there lifting up the names of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai in all truth and sincerity. These are the brothers from Greatmillstone, the Plaintables camp here in Philadelphia, PA. I got here the Ak.
Yeshaya.
Brother, I'm a one.
Zion.
And I am a Mahpa. And we're just going to go and prophesy in the spirit, which we're currently towards the end of the so-called month of February. Yesterday they had wicked, Valentine's Day. A bunch of demons. Yeah, man, basically lifting up these women.
Yeah, Simp Day.
Yeah, a lot of wickedness out here and a lot of wicked spirits out here. And, of course, also... Yeah, because also you have, obviously these demons are at work, okay? We're in 2019, a year of Charagma, which ultimately these damn devils want to push this RFID microchip, which is great because we want them to do this, we want them, of course, to bring forth their martial law.
I got a precept real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So, well, you want to say it. The article the brother has here, he's going to go into it. Trump declares national emergency over border crisis. And we see, like, we at the end. You know, it is the end, you know. So it's just a few more things you got to, be patient for, which is already here. Is the RFID microchip, martial law being declared throughout the United States, the race riots, World War III, and the missiles coming and Yahushua's return. That's it. That's only a few things. That's already here, And Trump with this national emergency, I mean, we see through all this shit, man. It's easy because Esau is being revealed, and he has been revealed to be the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, and the Edomites or Esau is so-called Caucasians, okay, or those that descend from the nation of Edom, okay, you are the biblical Edomites, okay, and we at the end of your kingdom.
Yeah, and just to back the brother up, all this stuff is happening like in a expedient rate because of the scripture right here. It's Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And I mean, I just seen the article. I'm just going to read the title real quick. It says, Trump's emergency declaration shows he is unfit for office. The amount of things that are happening in this kingdom, man, is just a show sign that we're at the end, man. Things are really speeding up. I mean, if the Lord didn't bring this place down, no flesh will be saved. I mean, look at the amount of wickedness that is running rampant. I mean, if you really see it with the spiritual eye, the amount of wickedness, which the brother, we got the other article about the Vatican. There's all kinds of manners of wickedness out there. And, this dude, Donald Trump, he's doing trying to make all kinds of moves, really showing the hatred he has for the tribes, because really it's just his hatred to the so-called Mexicans, Issachar and all of them. That's really what it comes down to, to try to keep them out after they came over and took this land, and then they're trying to basically make it seem like they're not, going to be held accountable for what they did. So they're doing they're making these moves, man. They're putting these moves out there, but really, ultimately, it's all to bring that destruction that much quicker because we know that the days are shortened, man.
Take it back from the brother. For the word ignorant, obviously means not to know. When you go into the word, it says not to know through lack of information or intelligence. And the scriptures say that we are not ignorant, but the rest of these people, they're ignorant. Like me and the brothers was talking, like these people don't know what the hell's going on, man. These ordinary peons, they don't know what the hell's going on. Especially 2/3, which they disqualified in any damn way. They got the head up Esau's ass or in or whatever they doing, man. They not in the times that we're living in. They not woke to the truth, man. They don't see. They still worshiping treasure of Borgia. Okay, so they're ignorant of Esau's devices, but the prophets, the men of the Lord, we are not ignorant of Esau's wickedness. Okay, and the word for devices, okay, it says noamea. It says a mental perception, thought, and evil purpose. So that's the device. That's Esau. He has that evil purpose. Okay, and his purpose is ultimately to destroy Israel. To exterminate Israel from the planet Earth and basically destroy the world in utter wickedness and chaos. Because like the brother mentioned, like if those days should not be shortened, no flesh should be saved. So Esau keep going with his bullshit agenda. We all gonna die. We're not gonna be able to survive. Okay. I got one more scripture. This is Lamentations chapter 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So like right now, like Trump is rejoicing. You got national emergency. Hopefully that it's a real national emergency where it's not just about building a stupid ass wall. Which he talking about. It went from 5 billion now 8 billion.
Oh yeah,
it just keep rising.
5.7.
All this damn money.
Yeah, he originally got I think 1.8 billion originally for the wall, but he said it wasn't enough. He said he wanted 5 billion, and now I guess it rose up. So yeah, so he's making moves, man. He ain't happy with certain things, and nobody's happy with his ass, man. It's just gonna invoke all kinds of manners of rape, which is good. This is what we want, man. We don't want border security, man. We want so-called terrorist attacks to happen. They might even stage a terrorist attack just to prove that they need so-called border security. So this is gonna open up all kinds of things. So we just pray that shit happens, and this is all according to the Lord's plan. It's all done by Yahweh Shema Shai. Now, know that nothing's been being done by the so-called white man. Nothing's being done by Donald Trump. All right, this is all done by Yahweh Shema Shai. So we hope that more moves happen.
The actual mount. So you had it where it was President Donald Trump. All right, he asked for 5.7. All right, he asked for 5.7, but you had the House and the Senate. They actually had this bill was just only for 1.3 for the barrier along the U.S. border, which is a drastically lower amount than originally requested by the president.
And just one thing, this whole national emergency is so that he can take the money from the military. And hey, if you remember what happened to Rome, right? When Rome fell, it's because they didn't they give up on their military? Was it? Yeah, they spread their military too thin and all that stuff. So, I mean, he basically said that he gave the military what they need. I mean, he signed 2 bills of $700 billion each, which is kind of important to note because that shows you that Esau's beefing up his military. Why do you think he's doing that? They kill you. Yeah. So he's beefing up his military. He's saying that he's able to take from the military, So, hey, hopefully that if he does spread his military thin or take too much money from the military, that this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear weapons anyways, and they ain't going to win no world war, right? No matter what they do, but
All right, Con. You sure?
No, let me go. Just to go with what he was saying. This is Matthew's chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Yep, that's beautiful.
Brothers want to break it down.
You got that?
Yeah, so Esau, Esau Trump is just dividing everybody. You know, they have no allies.
He's literally dividing the whole house, man.
Exactly.
The whole house.
You know, damn near by himself.
Yeah.
You know, and we all see that America is the threat, is the real enemy.
Yep.
Okay, the ones that really has to go down, and that needs to be destroyed. This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of America. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. That cup is hardcore. Basically, the consequences. You know, your repercussions. You reap what you sow. You know, hardcore slavery. The cup also, you know, in the judgment. Okay, you gonna have to face the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The cup also, you know, because Esau, as though he was just the sword of the Most High, he can do whatever you want. The Most High looked like him. You know, the Lord Yahushua looked like him, but that was error. That was wrong.
Yep.
Okay. It says the cup also shall pass through unto thee, just like we drunk of the cup. Okay, and we still drinking of the cup.
Yep.
And we drunk of the drugs of the cup. You're gonna have to drink the same cup, but your cup is gonna be, no words can describe how horrible that cup is gonna be.
His cup's gonna be a goddamn beer bong, man, and we're gonna make you chug that, man.
Yep.
The Lord gonna make you chug that shit, man.
It's gonna be a keg.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a keg stand.
It says the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Yeah, because it's not a cup, man. It's like, man.
Yeah.
He want to
This
drink
ain't no damn shot glass, all right? This ain't a shot glass
This
of indignation.
It's a vat system. It says the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
Yep. Like you said, this is a keg, man. This is a keg we're talking about.
Yep. Like we read earlier that we shall not be ignorant of your devices. Because why? Because you're being exposed for the devil that you are. Yep. It says the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, and you know that's what we're bringing out.
Yep.
You know, Esau's evil purposes and his devices and his sins, his transgressions, his iniquity. One more, Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for Esau, the devil, is come down unto you, having great wrath. Because in this Trump with this wall shit is national. That's great wrath.
Yep.
You know, trying to keep the tribes out that belong here. That's a devil for you, man. You know, all Esau does is show his horns, man. Especially when all hell breaks loose and when Jacob's trouble comes, that's when Esau want to show his true wrath. Okay. It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And then that's it, man. Esau, he knows he's going down. You know, that's why the scriptures say that the Lord, he's shortening the time for the elect's sake. You know, and Esau, he's just scrambling. Like the brother said, everything is just expedited. You know, it's just everything is accelerated at a certain rate of speed, and it's just everything's just sped up. You know, so again, we literally at the end. You know, it's like the end already happened already. Yeah. That's how.
Yeah, that's how much of the end we're at.
Exactly, kind. So
Yeah, present that.
Kind.
Yeah.
This is. You can break it down. Just put it out. This is Psalms chapter 50 verse 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit."
Yeah, and that's what these Edomites do. All right, they of course give nothing but their mouths, all right, over to nothing but evil, all right, because they of course right now with these lawmakers in the House, of course, Representative, the Senate, okay, they're doing nothing but of course passing unrighteous decrees. These people, of course, are they don't know, you know, average everyday Jake. They don't know what this national emergency entails and such. That they can come in and seize all your, of course, goods in your houses and such. They can, of course, with Donald Trump having this executive order passed, he can, of course, control all forms of communication, transportation. Okay, of course, he can ship you off to a concentration camp. All right, this is and declare martial law. okay, officially, curfews, all right? These are the different things that, of course, occur when you have a national emergency being declared, okay? It gives this executive branch, which the commander-in-chief, or you would say, what, the emperor, Donald Trump, Donald Duck, all right, all of these powers, okay?
Verse 20, it says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son."
Right, which we, of course, are your brother, okay? Being that, of course, we are, of course, the younger one, right? And then he's the elder, which they're going to, of course, be serving us into slavery, all right? But they, of course, since Esau, he pursue us with the sword day in, day out, because, of course, he has that hatred. You know, we, of course, being the nation of Israel, all right, we were fighting in the womb, all right? Jake was fighting against Esau in the womb and such, you know? And we are, of course, separate, all right? And Esau is an impatient man, as you can see, you know, with him, what he's doing at this time. You know, it seems like he's very haphazard with everything he's doing right now, passing these orders, all right? You know, and all he does is do lies and such, you know, at these, if you watch the actual press conference when he declared the national emergency and such, you know, you had certain people from the media ask him questions, where are you getting your information from, you know, and he was just like, oh, I get them from various places, you know, and it was like, basically, he is exposed, you know, America's being exposed. They doctor up a lot of this information and such. Oh, I get it from the Department of Homeland Security, and they're publishing all of these, you know, they're like, I would say, for the lack of words, they're not accurate, okay? And Donald Trump just pushes lies, and we, of course, being men of the Lord, being diligent, we actually look up and research. These regular everyday peons, they don't research the things that are, of course, said in the media, all right, said by their presidents and their leaders, all right?
Yeah, and this hey, we don't even know what this is all about, man. This could be a ploy because the national emergency basically grants the president certain things that he actually can't do as a president. Like, he now has certain executive power, right? So this could be all just a ploy just to do something completely different, you know? You don't know.
It's all theory anyway, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So and like that was kind of the point I was making earlier. No matter what the fuck happens, regardless, no matter what happens, it's all sanctioned by Yahweh Shema Shai. This might not go nowhere, you know? The national emergency might get shut down, or this might not go nowhere, but that's not going to stop the chip from being implemented. That's not going to stop, World War III. They ain't going to stop these things, okay? Regardless of what happens. But we do know that this stuff happening right now is a sure indication, sure sign that this place is finished, man. This is no longer that golden city, you know? This is no longer that beautiful place that everybody wants to come to. America's a fucking laughing stock compared to these other nations, man. And that's scriptures, man. This backs up scriptures. Do you not realize that it said that they were gonna hate the whore? There's not scriptures that talk about that. Jeremiah 50.
The main nations are them Arab countries.
Yeah, exactly. So all this shit that is, even like I said, even if this whole wall and all that, it's really just to make America look even more worse than what it is. Like these countries are laughing at us, like, damn, they can't even get their shit in order, you know? Their own president, you know, they live in such a democracy, they can't even come to an agreement. You know, so but anyways, the point is, like, now he has certain executive orders that he can do, and it might be a ploy. It might be something, he might fit something. He might help push the RFID microchip a little bit more here in the States. You know.
Yeah, he already got an army set down there at the borders. Yeah. To kill who? You know, they want to go to war with our people.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, and our people don't have no weapons. You know, they're not going to war. You know. Yep. But that's Esau for you. Yep. And his heart is war.
Yeah, but like I say, either way, what it comes down to is just the nations, you know, hating America, man, hating the whore again, which is all part of prophecy. It's all part of prophecy. If we weren't living in the last days, America would be flourishing. Everything would be going perfect. You know, there would be no disagreements within the fucking house. You know, the president would say something, everyone would agree, everyone would clap. You know, the other nations would be like, damn, man, like, the American dream. You know, that's what they. But no, that's finished, man. That's through. That spirit is through. This kingdom has been brought down since he went up into the so-called outer space. Since he claimed that he went up in space, this place has been coming down rapidly. Okay, and this is just a sure sign of it. You know.
Well, this is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe?
Yeah.
Shall not their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Yep.
God forbid. So what if you don't believe that America's gonna be destroyed?
Yep.
You know, Trump is a fucking asshole and an idiot. You know, so what if you don't believe that?
Yep.
You know, guess what? That's the prophecy tells us that America's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, if you don't believe that Esau has a whole agenda, you know, the R5D market, if you don't believe that, it's not gonna stop the agenda being pushed out, you know.
Yeah, like ultimately, it's just about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It's about His new world order.
Yep.
You know, that's what we fighting for. You know, and that's what
Well, actually, if you wanted, the brothers wanted to get that on Second Peter's, it says we look for new heavens and a new earth wherein lies righteousness. That's the new world order, man. That's what we're actually looking for. We're looking for Yahweh Shema Shai's new world order, and it's gonna come through death, mourning, famine, destruction, all out. Yo, this, hey, and as the elect men, you know, the hopefully elect. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're searching for. That's what we day in and day out earn for, man. We earn for this. Con. Were you done that precept? Because I'm gonna have him read that.
No.
All right.
All right, real quick. Second Ezra chapter 7 and 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. And that's Esau's time. It says doom, okay, destruction, mourning, you know, despair, and the beginning of Jacob's or kingdom, or it says of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, is done away with.
New world order.
And that's right.
Righteousness.
And temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, so you're not gonna have 2/3 in the kingdom. Righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. I'll stop right there.
Yep. You can read Peter's or say something on that.
Wait, what the? Oh, you got it.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13. It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yep, that's it right there. That's the main thing. We're looking for that new heaven and new earth, which, like it said, the new world order, the Yahweh Shema Shai's new world order, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And this is all leading up to it, man. All this is falling under Yahweh Shema Shai's plan. Okay, this is all in a total league with his plan. And you look at the prophecies, you look at what the Lord, what prophets of old have said, and we know that we're at them times, man. We're at the times of the end.
This is Psalms chapter 50 verse 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Yeah, you gotta read that again, man.
This is Psalms chapter 50 verse 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
So like, these things hast thou done. You done everything wickedly since your inception. Since the serpent, and you thought you got away with everything, man. Just go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, and then they're happy about it, like the whole, allowing gay marriage and stuff like that. They were rejoicing, like you're saying that, how great it is. The whole LGBTQ community was happy about it. So it was like they're doing all these things, and they think that they were gonna go unpunished. Like the book of Ecclesiastes says that, since evil working against man is not executed speedily. But yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, like you got Michael Vick.
They rejoice, man.
Here you persecute Michael Vick, but Esau's a fucking hunter, man.
Yep.
He got fucking goddamn elephants and giraffes and deers and all kind of rhinos, all over the fucking wall and shit. Animals are extinct.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. So like, animals are extinct strictly or because of Esau, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. This damn devil done went throughout the earth. All right. With the earth, of course, in mourning, because, he's polluted the earth. He's hunted. He drove all animals. He drove a lot of the animals into extinction.
Yeah,
all right.
With this industrial revolution, so-called industrial revolution, and the amount of the amount of fucking food that he tries to pump into the system.
Yep. Plastic everywhere. Yep. Have ruined the environment. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the whole ecosystem is fucked up, man. From a whole scale, man. The ecosystem is messed up. I mean, from the amount, because everything. If you actually know the way the ecosystem works, everything works hand in hand with each other, right? Everything was created for a purpose, even straight down to the plant life, the animal life. So even like the unclean animals, they were there for a purpose. But even when the unclean animals are fucked up, the whole ecosystem messes up. Like, okay, for instance, the bees. You know how many times they've had stories about the bees not polluting the plants because the plants are messed up, the bees aren't pollinating, so it's like messing up the whole ecosystem just because the bees aren't pollinating the plants and stuff like that. Takes a cut on honey, takes a cut on the actual plants because I think the plants actually need it's like I said, it's an ecosystem, it's a way of life. But the way Esau destroyed this kingdom. The brothers had mentioned plastics. There's plastics all in the ocean, so that messes up that whole ecosystem. Let's not forget the freaking millions and millions of gallons of oil that spilt in the Gulf of Mexico that did not happen that long ago. All right, what do you think that the effects of that had on the ecosystem? Hiroshima,
Chernobyl.
What's that? What was that just happened? Fukushima. Yeah, the Fukushima plant. Come on, man. Let's. That's why the new heavens and the new earth, the Lord is all this shit's gonna be wiped out, man, and we're gonna rebuild, and it's gonna be, we're gonna have everything in order.
Yeah, I had one too. Real quick, I'm gonna read it. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them, Esau, which destroyed the earth. Destruction is coming. Violence, man. The violence shall be. What? I get it, man. Fuck it.
Okay. Yep. Sagi.
No. What? Revelations 18 and 21. It says, and a mighty Yahushua angel took up a great millstone, took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence, so that great city, and that goes back to Isaiah 63 about Yahushua. Thus with violence, so that great city Babylon be thrown down meaning destroyed, and shall be found no more at all. And that's self-explanatory. America's not gonna be that. It's so many scriptures, man. Yeah, exactly. Isaiah, you can throw the whole Bible at Esau, man. And that's the Bible is the judgment. Isaiah, execute upon them the judgment written.
And these Christians, man, they don't want to read this. These Bible activists, they don't want to read this stuff, man. All they want to see is all the love and all the peace and all that. But the book is not all about love and peace, okay? It's about mourning, famines, and woes, man. That's also in the scriptures. It talks about that, Lamentations, mournings, and woes. It talks about that in the book of Ezekiel. It's not just all love and rainbows, man. It's only for the elected nation of Israel, and even for the elected nation of Israel, we got to suffer. It's not even all butterflies and rainbows, so-called, for us either. We got to suffer in order to inherit the glory. So you people that think that everything is just all sunshines and rainbows is off, man. Because this book is a lot more than that.
All right, real quick. This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's not like flowers and candies and hugs and kisses. Yep. You got these niggas and these Jakes and these Edomites talking about free hugs and shit.
Yeah, white Jesus on a fluffy cloud coming down. Bring out candy.
And Salaki from our real speech.
Valentine's Day cards and shit.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to see that Yahweh through his son Yahushua is coming with a sword and coming to bring down mass judgment. All right? For you women, all you wicked out there, you Gawayam, especially you women out there doing wrong to all the men, all right? Because we know that Eve got with, of course, the serpent and took his philosophy and such. And then, of course, went.
Transgression, right?
Right, yeah. So they got a lot to pay for.
And I know firsthand, man, these women, they judgment is coming, man. Okay. The Lord ain't forget about none of you hoes, man. None of you bitches, especially the ones that did the men of the Lord wrong. Oh, yeah. You the number one on the Most High's hit list next to Esau, in the 2/3. Well, the woman's probably above Esau, man. On that, these women got to go, man. They got to pay, and you women here in America, 99.9% of you gonna go. The 1% is just the ones that's what the elect men, okay? And that's a very few number, man. You know, you again, man. The judgment of you females is coming. You proud ass women out there. The Most High's gonna yank your ass right down to where you belong, on beneath the men, okay?
Yeah.
Especially the Israelite men. Okay, we want to get our respect back, and our power and our glory through Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
No, I mean, look, like the brother said, all the men of the Lord, like what happened to John the Baptist. You don't think those women are going to be, taken down for the amount of, basically getting the prophets of old getting put to death and stuff like that because of the woman, right? That was John the Baptist, right? His brother's Herodias, his brother's wife, whom he took as a mistress. I think basically she's the one that got John the Baptist beheaded. A fucking woman.
I got one more, dog. I'm so slacking, man. It's Isaiah 2:12. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, and upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan. So the Lord, everything that's exalted above his stature or his nature is going to be brought low, man. Everything. And the Lord said the trees, every goddamn thing, man. Okay, and it's going to continue to go. It says, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, alone shall be exalted in that day. And that's the point, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's glory, man. So anything that you hold in such high esteem, that's everything is gonna be brought low. All you want to know is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and that's it. That's all you want to know. You're not gonna know the latest fashion design that came out, the Gucci headbands and shit. You know, the Balenciagas that niggas like to wear. You know, going to these amusement parks. You know, sightseeing and all that. Going to the fucking pyramids.
Yep, world travel.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the 7 wonders of the world and all that other bullshit. Everything is gonna be brought low. Okay, and all you gonna know is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
True power. Yep.
That's it.
Did you have a precept?
Go to go back where he was.
Psalms 52.
Yeah.
Psalms 50.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go back to songs?
You want to go to that right now? Go to the second address. Or actually it's 39. Yeah, 39. I think 17. Baba Kajah. It's like 39-17, if I think it was. Slack it go about seasons. Let me see if I can. Where I had it at. Give me one moment. 39 and 16. Is it? About like basically, yeah. Read that, Baba Shah.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 16. It says, "All the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever He commandeth shall be accomplished in due season."
Good. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, of course, is going to bring forth His judgment. Okay, in its season. All right, in its time, which He, of course, has ordained. Okay, as it says, it's a time to pluck up, as in Ecclesiasticus the 3rd chapter, that which is rooted. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to pluck out you damn Edomites and put us in a stead where we rightfully are supposed to be, the meek of the earth. All right, ruling in all righteousness. Okay. Because you damn devils prove every day and day that you're unfit to rule.
Yeah, right. Go back to Psalms 50.
This is Psalms chapter 50 verse 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself." But
so like the brother, I got it. Kind like the brother read. read that again. 'Cause
This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself."
yeah, so all the wickedness that you done from the serpent, you haven't paid for anything yet, and so all those years, all the wickedness that you accumulated, and to this day,
All the generations.
generations to this day, you haven't paid yet. Slowly, you under your people is under those curses, but that ain't the man. Wait till our kingdom. You really gonna be under some curses, man. You really gonna be suffering. All you Edomites are suffering now. You're 2-time losers.
Remember what Second Ezra says. It's all about Jacob being the beginning, or Esau being the end of the world, and Jacob being the beginning of it that follow it. That's what it all comes down to from day one, man. It was all set up that Esau was going to do all this, and he was going to ultimately have to pay for it. You're going to have to fit this bill, and then Jacob's going to get that righteous kingdom. We're going to get that kingdom, man. The elect is going to establish a righteous kingdom through force. Okay? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that, that basically, look, that this all was set up from the beginning, that Esau was going to do all this wickedness from the beginning. And it literally goes into that. If you read 2 Ezra 6:1, it talks about the creation of the earth and everything, and then it just goes into Jacob and Esau. This whole system, like everything was made for Jacob and Esau's sake, and ultimately for Esau to do all that wickedness just so we can ultimately understand it and then put Esau in slavery,
Payback.
Yeah, and then give payback, retribution. Yep, exactly, all that.
Con. Genesis 3:14, and Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go. And this is talking about Esau. And thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Going into his history and going into now. And it said he's cursed. He's despicable. He's the most, he's violent in the earth, man. Okay? And it says, and I will put enmity, hatred between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. Okay, Jacob and Esau. And it shall bruise thy head, and you can't come back from a head injury, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Well, I'm gonna do one. Hold up. This is Genesis 25:25. It says, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried them. Okay, so our forefather Jacob grabbing hold of Esau's heel represents us, taking him down. Us getting that last victory, like it said about Gad, that Gad shall overcome. Okay, we do, and that's the days that we're living in. Okay, where Israel is going to overcome and get that vengeance, that payback. The patience and the faith that the saints of the Most High, the prophets, the men of the Lord, been waiting for. Since the inception, okay, the beginning of time, since Esau was a serpent, he deceived Eve, and he caused Adam, which he was a subject to sin any damn way. And Esau, he got a little payback from when Jacob supplanted him with the meat, okay, for his birthright. Which Esau, he didn't have no integrity, okay, like the scriptures say, he's violent in the earth, he's cursed, he's anathema, okay. But Esau, he hasn't paid, like the brother was reading Psalms 50. So this is the time of that judgment, that payback, those consequences. Colossians 3:25, you reap what you sow, and the reaper is coming, man, or the reapers is coming for you. That's a lot of scripture.
Go back to the Psalms.
This is Psalms 50, verse 21. It says, "These things hast thou done, and I kept silence, though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes."
Oh, it said, I will set thee in order before thy eyes. Okay, and we being set in order by us, the men of the Lord. Going out there and teaching. Being brought back to our nationality. We know who we are now, and we know who you are. You're the Edomite. You're the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. You're Satan, that old serpent that it speaks about in Revelation, the 12th chapter. Okay, we know who you are, man, and we being reproved in the sight and corrected and by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and next we want to correct you with severe judgment. Okay, as it says in Psalms 149. Okay, we're going to execute upon them the judgment written, which is hardcore bondage.
I think that was it on that.
All right. Well, I mean, as you see, Akim are fired up. All right, and this place, being Great Babylon, is about to receive Yahweh Shemi Shai Mashapatim, his judgments. Okay, for all the call Imium, all right, people, all right, the wicked. Okay, this place is being exposed. Esau is being exposed at an all-time high. All right, you have it where the national emergency over the so-called border crisis is here. All right, a lot of things is going to be happening in 2019, and Lord willing, we of course get out of here. All right, you got the Passat coming up. All right, you got brothers waking up, the mass awakening. All right, you got Israelite foreigners. All right, brothers with confusing the face, sister confusing the face coming in. All right. We are at the end, all right? So you got to, of course, measure the time diligently as it's written in the scriptures, all right, in itself, and that our salvation is nearer than what we believe, So we keeping up at it. So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well, and peace and salutation to all sincere Achim that are out there, of course, sincerely and diligently doing the work of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. All right, I note that in sincerity, okay? There's a lot of wicked Achim that are, of course, front. All right, and you, of course, will be found out. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.